Hello everyone, Future Oracle here. Prefacing this video with a little introduction section, I realized that I had recorded a first take that I ended up not liking. I was stumbling because I was just kind of coming up with what I was saying on the fly, trying to explain the rules, and then when I actually got in the flow of recording the game, I didn't actually repeat any of that information. Oops, we're learning here. Secondly, you will hear in the game me kind of reference some of the rules, and that as I was playing, I decided, you know what? I don't really care for that rule, so we're changing them up. So this is a bit of a disclaimer up front to one, if past Oracle is explaining the rules, kind of ignore those. We're going to do it with what I'm saying right here, right now, and that is this. There have been some excellent playthroughs that I've been watching on our channel from Jooshbagg and Mr. K. You should definitely go check out their videos. Actually, I guess Mr. K is on his own channel, but we will link that in the description below. Go check that out. He's doing a very good job. They're both playing black as well, so here's some of the difference that I'm doing. I'm playing black 2, which is actually the first version of this game I played. I'm excited that they're playing black. It's my favorite. The story is mostly the same, but there are some different changes in gameplay. Some of the characters are different, etc., etc. So we'll be playing black 2. So that's one way that this series is going to be different. Another way that this series is going to be different is I'm going to be changing up the Nuzlocke rules for what I'm playing. I will be mostly using the same general idea when it comes to, like, if a Pokemon is knocked out, then they are permanently off my team. I will put them in a graveyard, and they will just no longer be part of my team. I will have to catch a new type of that Pokemon somewhere else if I'm going to have that type of Pokemon again, and obviously they'll have to get a different nickname. Yes, we will nickname every Pokemon, and the only other rule that I feel like is worth noting, and that I will contradict myself in the video, but that's why we're recording this video now, is that the rule I'm setting for myself is that I'm not going to be required to catch the first Pokemon, which I was already not doing when I first recorded this, because I am trying to play a little bit differently than, sorry, I'm adjusting that. I am trying to play a little bit differently than both Jooshbagg and Mr. K. What my rule initially was is that I would have to catch the second Pokemon, and I refer to that in the video. But as I was playing, I thought, you know what? I don't really care for that rule either, so here's the rule I'm doing. I'm allowed to catch one Pokemon from a given area, and I'm only allowed to attempt to catch a Pokemon once. That doesn't mean one throw, that just means as I'm fighting a Pokemon and I attempt to catch it, that locks out all other future Pokemon in that area. If I try to catch a Pokemon, do not succeed and knock them out, then I'm still locked out. I'm unable to catch them. However, I just feel like there's going to be times in the game where it's like it's a new area, but it's a Pokemon you already have on your team, or it's a typing that you don't really want to include because you already have that typage covered. And while I know that catching the first one is supposed to make the game challenging and make you have to adapt to those kinds of things, I just feel like when I'm thinking about, playing immersively as if I am the character in the game, those are choices I would make differently if this was reality. So what I'm doing instead is one Pokemon per area. If there is a screen change or a new location title screen comes up, that counts as a new area. For really long, extended places where there might be some scrolls as I'm moving forward, but it's still the same route, for example, only one. However, if you go in one area and then that route changes into a new area, there's a screen change, there's a new title card area for that area, new one that you can catch. Also, if anyone offers you, that's an NPC, offers you a Pokemon that they can give you, that doesn't count. That's not one I'm catching, that's one I'm being given, so that's its own thing. But without that much else to say, I think that kind of covers everything. Obviously, revives will not be usable because if Pokemon's knocked out, they will be dead. But with that, let's stop with the preamble and let's just get into the game. See you there. Let's go ahead and hop in. Black 2. I haven't played this in so long. We will probably speed through some of these early intros because I always find the beginning of Pokemon games pretty tedious. If you're watching this, I'm going to assume that you're at least somewhat familiar with Pokemon as a property, and the games are all kind of the same at the start. They introduce a professor. The professor tells you that the world is full of Pokemon and they're these amazing creatures, and that, you should strive to build relationships, train them, and we're going to keep kind of buzzing through that because chances are you've played a Pokemon game, and you know that the first like 30 minutes or so is pretty repetitive. So yes, I'm going to be a boy. Shocker there. We are going to give ourselves a name. And as I said, I will be going by Oracle, so just have to get through the process of typing that in. And then she'll have a few more questions, I am sure. Oh, okay. I'm going to be naming some other child. That's fun. What power? Hugh. Let's not do that. Let's go with Jaeger. Why not? Let's have a fun name there. Whether you think of the drink when I say this name, or you think of popular anime, or you're just German. It's a good name, right? Good for a neighbor boy. At least I think so. Right, if I remember right, they're gonna do a cutscene here. You're gonna see your mom before you actually see yourself. Yeah, let's jump into the world of Pokemon. So much banter at the beginning, but it's not really all that deep. Oh yes, beautiful mountainside, Unova. It's a great region. It's supposed to be based on New York. I don't know about any mountains that are in that general area. Maybe there's some mountains in the greater state of New York. I am not an expert on the geography there, but I know New York City is not necessarily a very mountainous place, if at all. They have skyscrapers. That's a tall structure. We're going to get better at this banter, I promise. Right now we're just kind of testing things out. But yeah, you see this woman here. I believe this is our mother. Sounds like she's getting a phone call. Oh, hi. Why, Aurea Juniper, I think that's the professor that was at the beginning. It's been far too long. What can I do for you? Wow, a Pokedex for my small child that is about to venture out into the world. That's great. I think a journey will be a wonderful experience. Can you imagine if we sent our children at like 8 or 10 out into the world to just like catch animals? I don't know if that's great parenting. You decided on something, you just start, especially in this game when you encounter villain teams where they're trying to steal from you and beat you up. Seems like absentee parenting, but this is the world that we're playing in. Oracle, I'm home. Ah, man, even my own trash can's empty, and that's too bad. What is it, Ma? Do you know Professor Junior? She's a famous Pokemon researcher. Actually, she's an old friend of mine, and she called for me today for the first time in ages. This is out of the blue, but Oracle, do you want to have a Pokemon? No, Mom, that's your dream. What? That's a shock. I'll ask you again. Yeah, see, in Pokemon, you're supposed to give certain answers. Okay, step 1 completed. Well then, do you know what a Pokedex is? Yes, we're gonna skip through some of this because I'm assuming all of you know what a Pokedex is, especially if you've been watching this channel. I was really tempted to say no again, but for the sake of keeping things going, Bianca is going to come here to meet you. She's Professor Juniper's assistant. I was told to simply look for a big green hat. Big green hat, big green hat. Okay. Your X-Trans receiver, that's basically your cell phone. Yes, I think I know how to open my bag. I'm just going to say yes. Oh, she's her first time visiting this region. Alright, I think take a look at her bag. We do this. Yep. There we go. And now, I'm sure if we wander around, our science is amazing. Now you can use communications to play with hundreds of people at the same time. A little Nintendo advertising there. And this came out. The DS was the system. Hey there, Oracle. Going to have Jaeger brag to you about his Pokemon again today. If you have a Pokemon with you, you can even walk outside of town. If you don't, you have to stay here. That's the implication. I wonder if those old people ever left town. Is Jaeger not living here? This kid wants to have a Pokemon battle soon. Here's a girl in some sort of kitchen. She's just happy to be pals with Pokemon, and I get that. My own little Pokemon is behind me, sitting in her bed. She's a dog, for those wondering. Oh, here we go. I don't see a green hat, though. This is Jaeger. You get a Pokemon yet? There aren't any Pokemon around here, and I'm getting bored. That must be a tough life, man. What's that? A person named Bianca is giving you a Pokemon? Really? His little sister. If you get a Pokemon, take really, really good care of it, okay? Of course. It's gonna be my little buddy. Okay, so this guy's got some plans. He's being rather vague about them, though, but he seems to think that I can help him. At least as long as I can get a Pokemon. Let's go look for that lady in the green hat, huh? Where could she be? Hey, old man, have you seen a girl in the green hat? He just really likes Route 19. Okay. I have a feeling that I just have to leave town, but let's see if we pop into that. There it is. Oh, nope. Oh, okay. So my guess is we're supposed to try to leave town and then she'll show up. Sorry to all the people on the street here. I am ignoring you. Ah, okay. Interesting. She is not out there. So where could she be? If I was a girl in a green hat, where would I be hanging out? Now. Okay, yeah, I'm trying, man. If you would just, yep, there she is. Whoa, what's going on with her face? She's got like some red squiggly lines on her face. Is that makeup or is she a mime? Is she a clown? Is it my image just too small to tell clearly? Yes, I know the Oracle. That's me. Oh, hey. If I'm exactly like what you heard, then why you had to ask? Will you help us complete the Pokedex? Sure, why not? Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah, she's got some like decorative lines on her face. Now, Jooshbagg took Tepig and Mr. K took Oshawott. So, for the sake of variety, I will be taking Snivy, who I have played with before and do enjoy, so that will not be a problem. But now I have realized I have not even thought of a nickname for them. So I'm going to be put on the spot. Yes. I do want to... I do want to give him a nickname, and it's a boy. But what's a good name for a Pokemon that's a grass viper-like Pokemon? Why don't we go with...
Get on with it! Yes! Get on with it!
This is... My first instinct is kind of punny, so I don't know if I want to go with it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to attempt fate here. And I am going to name them after D&D characters in our party. The question is who to name them after. Who is?
Get on with it!
This is the alter ego of one of my friend's characters who is a swashbuckling rogue, and that's kind of what I'm hoping this Snivy will be. So, while he won't really resemble a chicken, that will be his name. And if I cursed my Pokemon, or any of your D&D characters, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to live with it. Pokedex, okay. Okay. All right, well, I'll do that. Yep, I got a Pokemon, bud. Something tells me you're gonna want to fight. This guy doesn't even know what a Pokedex is.
Bruh.
Something tells me that this guy's gonna replace Charon from the other games, and I think I'm okay with that. Charon's kind of a dweeb. She just happens to have another one. That's convenient. Gotta check this trash can. It's empty. Well, she's giving him that, and up here I thought I was gonna get away without a fight. Oh my goodness. He's gonna fight me with the type advantage right off the bat.
Why you bullying me?
That's rude. Okay, he's sending out Tepig, who hopefully doesn't know any fire moves just yet. Alright, Rooster, it's time to prove your mettle. What are we gonna do here? We're gonna fight. We're gonna set him up. Foliar. Lower those defenses. Oh, of course it's going to try to tackle me. And that hurts. But we are ready to fight back. And having lowered your defenses, hopefully I hit just a little harder. Oof, that was a big one. This is already scary. Perfect. He's going to use Tail Whip, lower my defenses, but too little too late, as I have already set the table, and I will now hopefully get out of this fight. There we are. One of the few times that Rooster will be fighting this Tepig and come out on top, because once we get leveled up, we will not be putting him at such a disadvantage. Would hate for him to get burned up. Especially considering his parents. It's an inside joke for our D&D campaign. That character's parents, tragically, in their backstory, died in a fire. The Tepig is a scary proposition. Given they're battling with wild Pokemon. Well, whatever. I'm just happy to know you're a trainer I can count on. Cool. I'm heading off first. Get stronger. Alright, Chud.
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, that's the plan. Okay. Would have been sick if he gave me money. If he did give me money, then cool. And I overlooked it. but something tells me I did not get much if he did, and I am probably gonna be flat broke going to this Poke Center. Yep. He was a nurse. She'll hear your Pokemon. Over there's a cashier. He'll sell you shit. The world is a fascinating place. I'm wondering who this unit to the right is, though. He looks real serious. Yep, that's where my dead Pokemon will go. Hopefully I don't have too many of those over the course of this. Thanks for those. She gave me some Pokeballs to start off with. Do I have to? Can I talk to some people first? This guy spends all his time in the Pokemon Center. Yes, when your Pokemon are hurt, you should make them better. Intermittent nature. I don't know what that means. That's curious. Does it tell me if I go into my... If you are a Pokemon expert in the comments, go ahead and tell me what Adamant does. I know that it'll give some a stat boost and probably debuff another stat. I don't know. We'll have to probably look it offline after this. Do I have enough money to buy anything? Let's see. Oh, I got 3,500 yen. Yeah, why not? Let's get 5 of these some bitches. I have 10 in my bag, so we'll save our money for now. There's no reason to get that. Nah, I'm good, man. Alright, let's go catch a Pokemon. Ooh, running shoes, nice. Yep. Speed ninjas run around. Well, Jaeger's sister's giving me presents. It's a town map. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna give him a map as well. I hate for him to get lost. Alright, let's go catch a Pokemon. She's gonna go ahead and teach me. Let's get on out of here. Everyone's just giving me stuff. That's so nice. I did just buy some of these. What's this guy got to say? News about the city. Well, we can't be concerned about that. We've got to go catch a Pokemon. Okay, she's gonna show us. So maybe she'll catch a Pokemon. And then I can do something different. Okay, she's got a Lillipup. She's gonna show us how to fight and try to catch this thing. See, the trick is that you want to beat the Pokemon up, and then when they're at their lowest, throw a Pokeball at them. You subjugate them. But we're going to choose to view that as a more altruistic. We're adopting them and we're going to give them a better life. Though I wouldn't advise going out into the wild and catching wild animals in real life. Police outside my window. I don't know if the siren's being picked up. Probably not. My mic's pretty good about shutting that stuff out. Just so you all know. Hoes are outside. Oh, right. I'll go over the important stuff. First, go find a healthy Pokemon to catch. You need to remember this next bit. It's best to lure Pokemon. Girl, we just watched you do it. Okay, so because she showed us rather than making us do it, I think our first rule is going to still apply. We are going to have to catch, not the first one, but the second one. So here's our first battle. We are not going to catch this Pat Rat. Some might call it a Patrat. I'm going to call it a Pat Rat. Alright, so we got to fight. He's only level 2, so why don't we just tackle him and we're going to level up. So tough. Nice. So we've got the Pat Rat out. Our health is doing pretty groovy, and we gained a little bit because we leveled up. So let's see here. HP is really good. That's my top stat. Attack and defense are solid. Special defense is solid. Speed's really good. Okay, so special attack is not our forte. So keep that in mind as we move forward. Vine Whip. Nice. We got our first stab move. Who's it gonna be? Nice. I have just the character in mind. Should this be necessary? I am a little nervous that if I tackle him again, I'll knock him out. So let's see if this is just because they're so low level. If a Pokeball will be able to get one that was still green in their health bar. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So Purloin. That would be a nice kind of change up to what some of our other friends have been doing. Ooh, it's the Devious Pokemon. It's a dark type. Their cute act is a ruse. They trick people and steal their valuables just to see the looks on their faces. Now, I don't know if that necessarily fits the character I'm planning to name this one after, and I'm going to have to come up with a new bit once we run out of characters, because there's going to be more Pokemon than D&D characters. But for now, we are sticking with that. And since we can pull from any of our campaigns, please forgive me if I spell this wrong, but I think this is the spelling. We're going to go with Mavis. Claws are like knives, right? They're close enough. Dagger Dimension. Alright, so hell yeah. We've caught our first Pokemon. That's pretty exciting. And now the question is, we should probably run back and get healed. It's kind of a ways to go, but I don't think we want to start using our potions just yet. And there's a lot of stuff that we didn't tell you while we were here. Yes, okay, I'll keep my head on a swivel, thank you. Thank you so much. Universal healthcare. Turns out it's awesome. And we're gonna probably grind for a bit. But since she's only a level 3, we're gonna have Mavis be our lead Pokemon for a while. We gotta get some grinding done. There's probably more people to talk to here, but the first town's never all that interesting. So, let's get back to grinding and getting our Pokemon stronger. So we've already caught for this route. We won't be catching any more. Ooh, level 2, perfect. So a little lower than us. And we can work on getting stronger. Now remove summary. I forget. What that does. Is that lower attack or defense? It lowers attack. Alright, that was probably a bit of a misstart, but hey. You're going to be very weak against us now, so we will take it. Bigger dimension. Oh my goodness. This is going to be quite the slobber knocker if we're going to just be going back and forth like this. You really could use a Leer, let me tell you. But the good news is this other one is so weak. They will not be able to do much to us. Yeah, they're only taking 1 HP with each hit, so we got this fight pretty well handled. There we go, 19. Not a ton of experience points, but hey, every little bit helps. Goodness, another one. Another level 2. This one's a boy cat. Scratching away. Okay, we probably got one more good one in us before we gotta change tactics up. Boom. Ooh, that was a critical hit. Okay, we're going first, so as long as we land this one, we'll be fine. Boom. And there we go. Level 4. Would you look at that? Okay, so what do we got here? Again, HP is our current highest stat. Speed is so decent. Everything else is nothing to get too inspired about. Sorry, Mavis, but I think you'll still level up nicely as we move on, hopefully. We're gonna... What we'll do... We got these potions. I don't think we're getting to the gym today. And we were basically given a free one, so... Why not use this potion?
Smoke them if you got them.
Get Mavis back to full health and just continue the grind. I hope that's someone to fight. Ooh, trapped. Okay. Now, Mavis is a level 4. This thing's a level 4. Why don't we test the waters for one round and see what happens?
A lot of heart, just no sense.
Not great. And that tackle did 6, so we're gonna go ahead, Mavis, and put Rooster in.
And his name is John Cena!
right. Time to go back. Continue to take advantage of universal health care. I wonder if any of those kids out there are going to try to fight us. This one's not, but... Oh, can we get to this guy? Yeah, I bet we can if we just... We'll run around real quick. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Now we're gonna have to fight a Pokemon. It's another Patrat. Do it again anyway. This one's probably gonna hurt. Yeah, that's enough for us. Don't worry, Mavis, we'll get you tougher eventually. You are a wizard, so getting hit hard is tough. That's for sure. Twice. Hope he'll overcome our higher level if we can whittle him down before he gets a hit off. Sure enough. He's just gonna tell me to jump off ledges like I did. Another Patrat. Pretty close to level up, so I'm just gonna take the initial XP from being the first round. Have Rooster tank a couple hits if he has to. Clears twice now at this point. See, the thing about being a Pokemon trainer is you just gotta keep your head. Our main home. Mavis grew to level 5. We'll take that. Oh, nice. Another free potion, so why don't we go ahead? Use that potion.
I'd only ask 3 beers apiece for each of my co-workers.
Well, my name is Alder. I'm a trainer with keen interest in the world. One of my goals is to tell people about how wonderful it is to walk toward the future together with Pokemon. This guy looks fiery, huh? And you are Cedar Oracle from Asper City. Give me the full look-see. Okay. This guy's inviting me to his dojo, I think. Do that since there's a Pokemon Center right here. This makes me feel silly for running back to the previous town because there was a Pokemon Center just right here. I guess if I had looked at my map, maybe I would have known that. What do you have to say? That's a good question. Probably a penis and a vagina, if I had any guess. Thanks, kid. Okay. Coming up on 40 minutes here, though I do anticipate I will put some of this. Yep. Told me his house was ahead, but I don't know if he meant this one. Hopefully he just meant this one. Nope, he didn't. We'll come check that out later, but for now, I'm just concerned about finding out where what's his name lives. There it is. We start training. Why do you know I have 2 maps, man? They're in my backpack. Alright, well, if I go up to Route 20, I could catch another Pokemon. And maybe that'll be where we it. First, this punk wants to fight, so we'll see what that's all about. You're challenged by the youngster Terrell. Okay. Terrell has a pattern. The cat. Mavis. $64 yen, we'll take it. I would like to not take so much damage, but it is what it is.
2,000 years later.
This kid. Hey you, have you seen my cute Pokemon? Take a look. Come on. I'm sure you want to fight with your cute Pokemon. Lass Isabel. You also have a Pro one. I have a feeling mine is superior. Does your Purloin know about the dagger dimension? I don't think so. Ooh, a critical hit. I think that this one, her stats aren't super amazing right now. Having a high rate of crits, it seems, so hopefully that is something that can kind of counterbalance. speed's good. Ooh, learned assist. I don't know what that is, but we'll find out here in a second. Timid. Okay, so we have something that's timid and we have something that's adamant. What does assist do? Ah, interesting. Bit of a wild card move. Uses a random move that another Pokemon in the crate knows. Probably not going to be a long-term one for us, but for now, that could be fun in the early stages. See what that's about. Paralyze heal. That's fun. Though the implications... Uh-oh. Here comes a fight. Youngster Petey. I'm hoping this assist that I'm going to try out is a leer and we can just lower his defenses, but we'll find out. Oh, there's... Oh, wait, use tackle. Okay. Okay, well... Why don't we just use a stretch? Hold reliable. Ooh, okay, well that's scary, and I don't like that that got so close. So let's pull you out there, Mavis. And let's let Rooster finish the deal.
And his name is John Cena!
Well, we beat Youngster Petey. And now we're safe and sorry. It's time to heal our badly wounded Mavis. Get her all the way back to full health.
Run. Run. Run.
This ranch is a new place. It has a designation. Ooh. Oh, this is exciting. This is quite exciting. Good friends. We joke that he is a Psyduck, and I'm very excited that this might be one of my first Pokemon in this game. Also, I'm noticing I'm not doing my duty with my team graphics, so we're going to have to update that after we catch this Psyduck. Nice. think that you all know where I'm going to be headed with this. For those of you who know my friend and which one I'm talking about, there is only one D&D character in our group who could possibly get this name. So, I'd like everybody to meet. This is quite exciting. All right, now I have been not doing my duty, so boom, there's Snipey. But I also have a few other Pokemon that I need to add to this. So there we have it. There is our team. And man, couldn't be more excited. There's our team right there. And I think we're reaching around an hour. And I'm going to no. We got our team. We're getting close to an hour. I will probably be editing this down a little bit. So I think I'll push forward for a little bit longer. Just to really get things going. Scary. Will you have made this? My patience has paid off. Our rule about catching one Pokemon in a region is still in play as long as I can catch this pesky Bedell. Come on, stay in there. Yes. Alright. That is awesome. We've got our Pidove. It's a normal flying type. See, this is probably who I should have named Rooster, but you know, that is a-okay. What do we got that I haven't given a name to? Who do we got? It's Man. we go with... I don't know why I'm overthinking this. This is Gillick. This is Gillick Blade Mount. Coloring's not quite right, but you know, we're not gonna be perfect with the translation here. It's Pokemon, so I'm gonna go with Pidum, and just like that, we already have 4 members of our team. That's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. We got 2 birds, but they're not the same typing, so you know, that's okay with me. Hell yeah. Alright. We're gonna run to the Poke Center. And then we're gonna save and call it a night, I think. Because it is right in the middle of the night here, and I should probably get to bed. Training can wait for tomorrow, and we're gonna have to put some of this in editing anyway. So I can't think of a better place to end it. Thank you for joining us. We have not gotten to the gym yet, and we haven't really found my friend to give him that map yet, but we've sunk an hour into this, so, and we caught 4 Pokemon, so we are pretty well off for our starting group. So I think that's the best place to end it. So stay tuned. I'm looking forward to seeing the works of Jooshbagg and Mr. K on their Pokemon journeys. Our journey, I can tell already from the playthrough so far, is going to be a little different. But that's okay. That's kind of probably good. It's for the best, because we don't want 3 of us playing the exact same game. That would be pretty boring. So, we are in Flossie Town? Flockacy Town? Floacy Town? I don't know. But we'll pick up later. Alright, everybody. Hug your Pokemon. I don't know, I gotta do something different. Josh's, I can't steal Joosh's. What would I say? See you next time.